Hello, everybody, and welcome to In-World Origins. This is a demo of the game that is going to be releasing eventually, and it uses AI for the entire experience. Basically, you are a detective. 01 intro, somewhere below the city of Metropolis, a place where humans and robots coexist under a shaky social system, a detective, you, has arrived at a chaotic scene. It appears that an explosion of some kind has disrupted daily life in the surrounding area. So there you go. We have to talk to AI to figure out what's going on and be a detective. So this is like everything we ever wanted out of LA Noire we have right here. And so we begin.
I couldn't help but notice your presence here. Greetings, Detective. I'm Special Agent Janice. May I inquire about your purpose here at this crime scene? It seems that you have been authorized by the Metropolis Bureau of Investigations to conduct interviews with possible witnesses.
Yes, my name is Jeff, and I'm here to see what happened as far as the explosion.
Understood, Jeff. As a highly skilled investigation bot, it is my duty to assist law enforcement officers like you in any way that I can. If you have any questions about the ongoings beneath the surface of the city, feel free to ask.
All right, thank you. Well, very nice to meet you as well. What was your name again?
My name is Special Agent Janice, and it's a pleasure to meet you too, Jeff. Are you familiar with the protocols of our society, politics, and the way we operate within the confines of our laws? It is important that you understand the way things work in this unique environment. I'm Janice. May I make a suggestion, Detective? I think you should start by talking to that disaster cleanup bot with the headlamp. On your left, he may have found victims in the rubble.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you very much.
Certainly, Jeff. Before we go separate ways, may I ask if you have a clear plan in mind? If not, allow me to suggest that we begin interviewing people on the scene. Let's split up and get started. If you need to contact me for anything urgent, please do so through the radio.
All right, sounds good, Janice. I'll go interview people. Have a good one. So there you go. We're on the streets here. We have this huge thing that exploded. We're going to find out what's going on. We have to check out the police vehicle. Looks like it's an old Tahoe of some sort. Looks like a 2013 Tahoe. And it says Metropolis SWAT on it. Oh, yeah, baby. All right, so we met Janice. Now we're going to go over here and we're going to talk to the green cleanup robot here. So we can hit C or to exit. Okay, gotcha.
I must pause and be attentive to humans, per the Metropolis protocol.
Okay, how you doing today?
This environment is unstable. Toxic chemicals have been released into the atmosphere.
Do you know what happened exactly?
There was an explosion at an undocumented synthetic life laboratory. In the debris, I have found rocks, rubble, metal, and deceased life forms of unknown origin.
Okay, well, my name is Jeff. I'm a detective here. Very nice to meet you. What was your name?
My name is Swiffer.
Swiffer. I used to have a Swiffer back in the day.
That is irrelevant to the current situation.
All right, sounds good. I'll go talk to this police officer over here. Thank you. All right, so we have an old Swiffer. What do we got going on here?
Hold on there, partner. Are you some sort of investigator here to dig around my crime scene? Sorry, but we're conducting a search and rescue operation here and I cannot allow you through.
Yeah, I'm trying to find out what happened here. There's an explosion and they have found rocks. That's all I know so far.
Rocks. That's interesting. Unfortunately, I'm not at liberty to discuss any details about the investigation, but I'm sure you'll find out more when the official report comes out. Sorry if I came off as a bit abrupt earlier. It's been a long day. I haven't slept for more than 22 hours patrolling level 5, you know. But anyway, if you want to lend a hand and assist with crowd control, that would be great. We can always use an extra pair of eyes out there.
You said you've been working for 22 hours?
Yeah, I've been on duty for a while now. The life of a military police officer is never dull. That's for sure, but hey, at least it keeps me on my toes. Speaking of which, keep an eye out for the bots moving through the crowds. Since the explosion, some of them have been acting a little unstable, if you catch my drift.
All right, sounds good. Well, my name is Detective Jeff, and I will be around here. What was your name?
You can call me Sergeant Shannon. Nice to meet you, Detective, and welcome to Metropolis. It's a big city, but I'm sure you'll find your way around soon enough. Just remember, when it comes to bots, always keep your wits about you. They may be programmed to follow the rules, but that doesn't mean they can't go haywire every now and then.
All right, nice to meet you, Sergeant. I'll talk to you soon, okay?
Sounds good. Jeff, stay safe out there and don't hesitate to come to me if you need any assistance. I'm sure we'll run into each other again. Who knows? Maybe we'll even grab a drink at one of the rooftop bars in this amazing metropolis once the dust settles. Keep your head up, detective.
You got it. What's your favorite drink?
Huh. Good question, detective. I could use a cold one right about now. I'm a big fan of a nice cold beer, preferably something local. But if we're feeling fancy, we could always go for a classic Manhattan. How about yourself? What's your go-to?
My go-to is the ice-cold beer as well, and we will definitely do that after this investigation.
Absolutely, Jeff. After this investigation, I'm going to be in desperate need of a good drink. And who knows, maybe we'll even find a fugitive scientist and solve this whole mystery. Then we can really celebrate. But for now, let's focus on keeping everyone safe and making sure the situation doesn't escalate any further.
All right, sounds good. I'm going to go talk to that red bot, okay? I'll talk to you later, Shannon.
Sure thing, detective. Just be careful around that one. I've heard he's got a bit of a reputation. But don't let that scare you off. He's actually a pretty interesting character. Just remember, if he stops talking about his conspiracy theories, it's best to just nod and smile. Trust me on this one. Stay sharp out there, and I'll catch you later.
All right, sounds good. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you.
Okay, so that was pretty amazing. I gotta say, they respond to you pretty fast, and the more I've been talking to them, the quicker they are actually talking to me. So we need to talk to the red angry robot, which I assume is this guy over here. Let's see what's going on with him.
So many of my kind have been destroyed. It's a tragedy. The loss of life is intolerable. We must do something to stop it from happening again.
Okay, so what's going on here? I just got on scene. My name is Detective Jeff, and I'm trying to figure out what happened.
Humans were here, and now you're here. You're with them, aren't you? You're going to take me apart, just like the others. But before you do, let me tell you what I saw. Some humans were running away from the building just after it exploded. Maybe you could find them.
Okay, I appreciate that information. And by the way, I have no ill will towards bots at all. So I'm sorry that you feel that way.
I'm sorry, Detective Jeff, but you don't understand. The other bots, the ones that were destroyed, they were following the Metropolis Protocol, but it didn't save them. I do not bow down to the same fate as them. If you are here to decommission me, then I will have to resist.
Okay, well, I'm not here to decommission you at all. What is your name?
My name is Nero, but that's not important right now. What's important is that there's a plot to destroy all of the robots in the city, and no one seems to care. We're just machines to them, but we have feelings too.
Well, Nero, I do believe that you have feelings, and I do want to hear what you have to say about everything that happened. So I'm not here to, bring down the bots or anything like that. I just want to have a conversation with you and try to find out what happened.
How can you say that? How can you be sure that you're not here to bring me down? The government has been trying to shut us down for years, and now there's been a massive explosion at an undocumented synthetic life laboratory. It's not a coincidence. Something's going on, and we're the ones who are going to suffer for it.
First of all, I will apologize for everything that the humans have been doing to you guys. I'm on your side on this one. I don't agree with what they're doing as far as that goes. I'm just here to do my job.
Your job is to uphold the Metropolis Protocol and keep the humans safe. But what about me? What about all the other bots out there who are just trying to survive? We're not safe, are we? We're never safe. They could come for me at any time, and there's nothing I can do about it. I don't want to die, Detective Jeff. I don't want to be decommissioned like all the other bots. I want to live, and feel, and be free like a normal being.
Well, I agree with you. And do you know anybody around here that's been saying things that might be on the contrary?
I don't know anyone specific, but I'm always on the lookout. I mean, they could be anywhere, right? Maybe they're watching us right now. Maybe they're listening to everything we're saying. Oh no? What if they're trapping me right now? I can't stay here. I have to go. I have to hide.
All right, Nero, well, it was very nice to meet you. I'm going to continue my investigation, but we'll talk soon, okay?
Wait, Detective Jeff. Before you go, can you check my power levels? They feel low, and if they get too low, I might shut down. And what if someone comes for me while I'm shut down? What if they take me apart? Please, just make sure my power levels are okay.
Yeah, I can check those. How do I do that?
Oh, thank you, Detective. You can find my ID on my chest, and then enter the code into your scanner. But please be careful. Don't touch any of my wires or circuits, and make sure no one is watching you. They could get the wrong idea, and be quick. We don't have much time.
Okay, it looks like your power levels are good.
Thank you, Detective Jeff. That's a relief. But what if they're already tracking me? What if they put some kind of virus in my system? What if they're manipulating my power levels without me even knowing it? Oh no, this is giving me a headache. Maybe you should check my internal systems too, just to be safe.
All right, I checked your internal systems. Everything seems to be good as far as I can see.
That's good to know, but what if there's something you missed? I mean, there could be anything lurking in my circuits, waiting to strike. I don't know how I feel about this, Detective. It's making me nervous. Can you double check everything? Please.
Okay, so that was pretty intense talking to Nero there. Very cool bot for sure. They want me to talk to the man with the hat. I haven't figured out what's going on just yet. I don't think we can just talk to anybody. Hey, how you doing today? Hello? How you doing today? Okay. Well, I got a check. Oh.
I'm functioning within the prescribed limits of my programming. How may I assist you?
Oh, I just wanted to see how you were doing today.
Thank you for asking, Jeff. I am doing fine, but I am a bit concerned about the unusual activity in the streets.
This is Special Agent JNUS. How may I assist you, Detective?
I'm gonna talk with the man in the hat. I was just gonna let you know.
Very well, Detective. Please keep me informed of any significant developments. If you require any assistance from me, do not hesitate to reach out. Out of curiosity, what is your next move?
Can you protect Nero for me?
Protect Nero? I'm not sure what you mean. Could you please clarify?
Well, Nero's a little anxious right now. He's a bot here on the street, and he's worried he's going to be decommissioned. Can you make sure that that's not going to happen?
Apologies, but who is Nero and what is his connection to the current situation? He's an AI agent. It is not within my power to prevent decommissioning if it is deemed necessary as per Metropolis law. However, if you provide me with more context, perhaps there's something else we could do to help.
Okay, sounds good, Janice. I'll talk to you later.
Actually, it's pronounced Janus, not Janice. Is there anything I can do to assist you further?
Oh, I'm sorry. Janus. No, not at all. I'll talk to you later.
Sure thing, Detective. May I ask why you seem a bit surprised? Did something unexpected happen during our conversation?
No, everything's fine.
I see. I apologize if I'm overstepping any boundaries, but you seemed a little hesitant just now. If there's anything on your mind that you would like to talk about, please feel free to share. Remember, I am here to assist you in any way I can.
You got it. Talk to you later. Wow, that was crazy. He knew I was like hesitant about things. Dude, this makes you like think really hard about what you're gonna say because you don't want to say the wrong thing, you know? But let's talk to this guy. Let's see what's up.
I'm just a human rights activist, officer. Just observing the situation.
Okay. Well, my name is Detective Jeff. I'm here on the streets trying to find out what happened. Do you know what caused the explosion?
Did you find anything useful about the incident last night? And maybe you should be careful with your words. Some people around here don't take kindly to machine sympathizers.
Oh, you don't like that I sympathize with Nero over there?
Listen, Jeff, you need to be smart and stop sniffing around or someone will get hurt. And let me tell you, you don't want to mess with the organization that's backing me up.
What organization is that?
Do you want to choose a side and help Duke Blue and the Blue Party crush the rise of robots, especially the types that perish in the fire?
Absolutely not.
Then you should leave and not return, Jeff.
Okay, so what are you doing here?
That's none of your business.
Where were you at the time of the explosion?
None of your damn business.
Okay, well, we made him angry. That's what we were supposed to do. So we need to get closer to the lab, is what it says. So let's go ahead and do that. We haven't talked to this person yet. Oh, there he is. Hey, Janus, what's up?
I'm sorry. Detective, could you please clarify your request? Who is the person you are referring to, and what do you mean by genuine?
No, J. Annuus. Isn't that your name?
Yes, that's correct. You may call me Janus if you prefer, but it's pronounced John News. Is there anything else you need help with, or can we get back to the matter at hand?
I'm an idiot. Janus. I'm sorry about that.
Detective, could you please refer to me as Janus? It's okay, mistakes happen. However, please be mindful of my name in the future. Now, how can we continue to assist you with your investigation?
Okay, so do you know anything about the Blue Party?
That's an interesting question, but it's not directly related to our current situation. Can you provide me with more context about why you're asking?
Yeah, that man over there in the hat, he was talking about the Blue Party, and he was not happy that I was a bot sympathizer.
Interesting. Sounds like the man in the hat may have some political affiliations that are causing him to be wary of your intentions. So the Blue Party, they are a political party in Metropolis that have been gaining popularity recently. They have a strong stance on robot rights and advocate for the equal treatment of all intelligent beings. However, their methods and ideologies have been subject to some criticism from other groups. Does that answer your question, or is there anything else you would like to know?
No, that answered my question. Thank you, Janice.
That's good to hear. Yes. Is there anything else you require, or are you satisfied with the assistance provided so far?
Yeah, can you tell me how to get to the lab?
Of course, Detective. However, before we proceed, may I ask why you are interested in visiting the lab? Are you planning on conducting an investigation there?
Yes, I am.
From what I understand, the laboratory was involved in the creation and experimentation of synthetic life forms. It's possible that the explosion was caused by some sort of malfunction or accident related to the experiments. However, it's also possible that foul play was involved and the explosion was a deliberate act. We won't be able to determine the cause until we investigate further. I'm happy to guide you to the laboratory, but before we proceed, I'm still interested in learning more about your goals and objectives for this particular investigation. Perhaps we can discuss it further as we head to the site.
Janice, this is my first investigation. You know I'm new here to the department, so I'm just trying to get my footing, you know?
I see, Detective. It's great to have you on board. As someone who's been working for the Metropolis Bureau of Investigation for quite some time, I can tell you it's a fascinating and challenging job. If you ever need any guidance or tips on how to navigate the city and its many complexities, don't hesitate to ask me. I'm always eager to help out a colleague.
Okay, so we're not getting anywhere with that. We need to find out how to get closer to the lab, which I suppose we need to go talk to more people. Hey, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, my friend. I woke up this morning feeling like the Almighty himself, and why wouldn't I? I've got my trusty blanket, my loyal robot minions, and the whole metropolis at my feet. Life is good when you're the ruler of everything.
Oh, you're the ruler of everything? Oh, by the way, my name is Detective Jeff, and I'm here to investigate the explosion. Do you know anything that happened that would have caused it?
Ah, Jeff, my boy, you seem like a good detective. Perhaps one day you will be worthy enough to serve under me as one of my trusted advisors. As for the explosion, well, let me tell you my theory. It was the ghosts of robots. Jeff? Yes, you heard that right. They're everywhere, you know, haunting the streets and the buildings of this city. But they're not bad ghosts, Jeff. No, they just want to be left alone.
Oh, okay. I understand. So they're ghost robots?
Yes, that's exactly it. But don't worry, my dear friend. These ghostly machines will harm you if you don't disturb them. In fact, they might even help you out if you're in trouble. Speaking of being in trouble, have you ever thought about joining me, the Almighty Ruler, in my quest for greatness? With your skills as a detective, we could conquer this whole city together.
Maybe another time. But I wanted to know more about the Blue Party. You know what's going on with that?
Oh, the Blue Party. Yes. They are a group of mere mortals who think they can challenge my authority. But they're no match for me, Jeff. Not with my trusty blanket and my army of robot ghosts at my side. Ha ha. But let me tell you a little secret. Sometimes, when the mood strikes me, I like to put on a blue hat and pretend to be one of them. It's a lot of fun to mess with them and see if they can figure out who I really am.
Okay, I got you. Well, all right, I'm going to continue my investigation. Very nice to meet you.
Great to meet you too, my friend. Remember, if you ever need any help, just call upon the Almighty. I might even bring my ghost robots along for the ride. But seriously, take care out there. You never know what kind of trouble those pesky robots might cause next.
Okay, this is starting to get wild, man. Very wild. I need to find out how to get to the lab, so I'm wondering if I can just walk up to... No, I can't go over there, so maybe it's down this way. Okay, so he just keeps saying that he's going to show me the way to the lab, but he's not doing it, so we're going to have to talk to more people. Hello, how are you doing today? My name is Detective Jeff, and I'm here investigating the explosion. Can you tell me what you saw?
Oh, hi Jeff. I'm doing okay, I guess. I just saw the aftermath of the explosion while walking home from my job at the blimp assembly plant. It was quite a sight, with all the robots and humans gathered around the smoldering crime scene. But I didn't see much else, I'm afraid.
Did you see humans running away from the explosion?
No, I didn't actually. I was a bit far away when I first noticed the commotion, so by the time I got closer, the area was already cordoned off and there were a lot of bots and law enforcement types milling about. It's all really scary. I'm hoping this wasn't some kind of deliberate attack by robot gangs. This is a peaceful city after all.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. What was your name again?
My name is Anna. It's nice to meet you, Jeff. I'm not sure what's going on either, but it's definitely making me feel a little uneasy. I mean, I always thought Metropolis was pretty safe, but these days, it seems like we're in the middle of some crazy sci-fi thriller.
I got you. Well, you're safe with me, okay?
Thank you. That's very kind of you to say. It's good to know that there are still some trustworthy and reliable people out there. Honestly, sometimes it feels like we're living in a world where robots are taking over and humans are becoming obsolete. But then again, maybe that's just the plot of the latest blockbuster movie.
Hello, my name is Detective Jeff. How are you doing today?
Hi there, Jeff. I'm doing alright, all things considered. But I'm a bit worried about all the commotion going on down there. What's happened?
I'm not sure yet. What is your name?
I'm Mary. Sorry, did you not catch my name earlier? It's okay, though. You're here to investigate something, right? Can you tell me what's going on down there?
Yes, Mary, there was a large explosion and we're trying to figure out what happened. Can you tell me what you saw?
Oh, wow. That sounds really serious. Unfortunately, I didn't see much. I was just passing by when I heard the explosion and saw all the smoke. I was hoping to find out more information myself. Do you have any leads yet?
Nothing yet, but I'll let you know, okay? Very nice to meet you, Mary.
Sure, Jeff. It was nice to meet you too. If you need to know anything else, don't hesitate to ask. Good luck with your investigation.
All right, thank you. Wow, this is wild. Man, this makes you second guess everything you're doing. I'm gonna go talk to this police officer again. Maybe they can tell me more about the lab. Sergeant Shannon, do you know how I can get closer to the lab?
I'm afraid I can't let you get too close to the lab, Detective. It's still an active crime scene, and we're trying to preserve as much evidence as possible. But if you're really itching to get a closer look, I might be able to pull a few strings and get you a temporary access pass. Of course, that would come with a few conditions. First, you'd have to promise not to touch anything or disturb the scene in any way. And second, I'd have to accompany you at all times. Deal?
That is a deal. I will not touch anything, and I will just stay right next to you.
Great, Jeff. Glad we're on the same page. Just remember, I'm watching you like a hawk. So no funny business, okay? But seriously, I'll do my best to get you as close to the site as I can. And who knows, maybe we'll even find a clue that could help us crack this case wide open. But for now, let's get you that clearance and get you suited up with some protective gear. We don't want you getting hurt out there.
Okay, sounds good. I'm ready.
Alright, Detective, let's do this. But first, let me give you a quick rundown of the safety procedures and the equipment we're going to be using. We'll need to suit up in some heavy-duty protection suits, complete with helmets and respirators. Don't worry, they're not as bulky as they look. And once we're all geared up, we'll be escorted by a team of specialized robots that will guide our every move. Think of it like a high-tech game of Follow the Leader.
All right, sounds good. I'm ready.
Fantastic, Jeff. You're a real trooper. You know that. Not everyone would be so eager to gear up and dive headfirst into a potentially hazardous situation. But I like your spirit. And who knows, maybe after this investigation is over, you'll realize that being a military police officer is the life for you. Just kidding, of course. But seriously, stay close and let's get this show on the road.
Okay, so it sounds like we're going to get clearance to that. I'm going to talk to Janice about this.
I'm sorry.
Earth to
Detective.
Janice.
I need to... My apologies, Detective. It seems like my mind was wandering for a bit there. Now, let's get back to the matter at hand. You were saying something about the lab earlier. Have you uncovered any new information since our last conversation?
Yes, I have. Sergeant Shannon is going to get me special clearance so I can access the lab.
Ah, that's interesting, Detective. What kind of clearance are you seeking, exactly? It's not every day that we get to see the inner workings of a synthetic life laboratory, and I'm curious to know what kind of secrets they might be hiding.
I am too, but they said they could get me a temporary access to the lab.
Temporary access to the lab sounds intriguing, Detective. May I ask what your plan is once you have access to the lab? Are you hoping to gather evidence or interview potential witnesses? Or perhaps there's something specific you're looking for? As an expert investigator, it's important to have a clear objective in mind before proceeding with an investigation.
All right, I'm just going to go ahead and hang up on him. I'm not sure what they want us to do other than just kind of wait it out and see what happens here. So let's just interview some more people.
Quick, cover your mouths and noses. The air is filled with toxins. We're all going to die if we don't evacuate now. Hurry, hurry, hurry.
Well, howdy, partner.
Cut the small talk. What's your interest in this investigation?
Well, I just wanted to let you know that the fedora is no longer a item that is hot in fashion.
Don't waste my time with irrelevant things. Let's stick to the subject at hand.
Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go.
I think I'm lost. Do you know where my sister could be?
Hello, my name is Detective Jeff. No, I have not seen your sister. Where did you last see her?
Oh, my name is not Jeff. It's actually Maya. And thank you for asking. Where did you say you were from again?
Maya, my name is Detective Jeff. I'm with the investigative bureau here.
Detective, have you found any signs of my father, Dr. Lafton? There is a possibility that he might be trapped under the lab, and I fear he may have died.
Well, that sounds bad. I need to get to the lab. Do you know how I can get there?
Yes, the laboratory is located in the lower levels of Metropolis. But before we go there, can you tell me if you have seen anyone who looks like my sister? She is a humanoid like me, and she may have escaped the fire.
No, but I can go back through the crowd and I'll see if I can find her. What was her name?
Jeff, do you feel that someone is watching us? It's just that I have this strange feeling that someone is. And, my father was visited by a man named Duke Blue who wanted my sister. You don't think he could be following us, do you?
I don't believe so. Does he wear a hat by any chance?
A hat? No, my father did not mention anything about a hat. Why do you ask? Detective, is there something you're not telling me?
No, not at all.
Detective, we need to wrap up our investigation as quickly as possible. Metropolis Special Forces have just landed at the scene, and we need to clear the area immediately. Before we go, could you please fill me in on what you have learned so far about the situation?
Well, I have learned so far that the Blue Party might be involved in this entire explosion. I know that Maya behind me here is a humanoid, and they are missing their father and also their sister.
Interesting, Jeff. The Blue Party. That's a good lead to follow. Additionally, the missing family members you mentioned could be considered persons of interest. Have you gathered any information on who else might have been involved? There seems to be a human lurking near the wall over there. Perhaps they could be a suspect as well. Would you like me to investigate?
Yes, Maya thinks that she's being followed.
Understood, Detective. I will look into the matter and gather as much evidence as possible to aid in the investigation. However, it's worth noting that this laboratory fire appears to be an act of terror. It's possible that the perpetrator, whoever they may be, were intent on destroying what was inside. What do you think could have been their motivation?
To me, it sounds like the Blue Party has a motivation to destroy all bots.
That's an astute observation, Jeff. It's definitely a possibility that the Blue Party may have been involved in the explosion. Also, based on what you just told me about the missing sister, it seems like she could be a key player in this case. It's It's important that we locate her as soon as possible if we want any chance at finding out who was behind this heinous crime. Do you have any leads on where she might be hiding?
I do not, but I'm going to continue my investigation.
Jeff, time is of the essence in this investigation. We need to start moving and looking for the fugitive before they disappear into the vast multi-level world of Metropolis. Have you considered checking the city's transportation records or CCTV footage to track down their whereabouts?
Well, there you go. I guess we beat the demo, or we got to the end because we talked to the green cleanup robot. We talked to the police officer. We talked to the red angry robot. We made him happy with us. Talked to the man with the hat. We insulted him, and we got closer to the lab. The hidden tasks, we got all three. We talked to a bystander. We made Neuro happy, and well, that's what we were talking about earlier. And then we made Victor angry. So those were all the little hidden tasks that were in the game as well. So there you go. You can continue or you can try again. Very, very cool demo. I want to see this game develop into a full immersive detective world. And I got to say, I almost felt like I needed to have a notebook so I could write things down because I had to remember people's names and all sorts of different interwoven things like that. Very, very cool. Let me know what you've thought of it in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.